The Zeppelin might be the most questionable addition in Bob Tall Tales 2, being a flyer added to a no-flyer map, changing the way you survive in Aberration. If you do find this informational, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel and share around, as that always supports me. And with that, let's get right into this one. Unlocking the Zeppelin at level 92 in a fabricator requiring 30 electronics, 600 metal, 1200 wood, 2000 fiber and 400 polymer is actually not that bad, considering you can actually fly an Aberration. As for placement, once crafted, the Zeppelin can either be put in the hotbar and placed that way, or you could go in your inventory and hit E and place it right away wherever you are. However, once placed, you will not be able to pick up the Zeppelin and you'll only have the option to demolish it, so keep that in mind. As for fuel, the Zeppelin takes only gasoline and doesn't work on element, so you will have to use gasoline for powering it up. And as for the times, per gas can last for 3.10 seconds. Now that is if you're in boost mode, if you're in normal flight mode, or if you're in hover mode. Every single one of them is going to be for 3 minutes and 10 seconds, making it kind of weird because if you just hover, it should actually consume less. But however, Wildcard decided that all three should be the same, which makes no sense. It's basically like if I'm idling a computer and if I'm running a game in a computer, they consume the same power. So as for the burn time on the fuel, every 3 seconds, you're going to lose 4 to 5 units of fuel, making it actually burn through fuel relatively quickly. As for the controls, it's the basic, hit E to use it, and once you are on it, press spacebar to lift up, and after that just hit the movement buttons to move around. Now if you want to ascend and descend, there are 2 ways to do this. One is the mouse. You can use the mouse to go up or down. However, there is another way to do this, and it has a nifty little feature, so we'll come to that in a bit. So if you want to speed up, all you want to do is hit shift and then it will go into kind of a boost mode. But if you want to further increase this, as I was saying, there's another way to ascend and descend. You can hit X to go up, and what happens is if you're on a straight line, you boost up, but every time you move, you're going to cut off the boost. As you can see, just look at the number, and now I'm going to hold the ascend button, that is X, and look at that. Now the same way, if you descend, again, it does the same thing. It boosts up for some reason. So if you hit C, which is the descend button, here we go. It's going to boost up. But if you hit the floor, it's going to reduce your speed by a little bit. And as you see, the speed is going to reduce drastically if you're scrubbing around the floor. And for turning around is actually pretty good. It doesn't turn on a dime or anything like that, but it is pretty quick. The turning radius is small, making it a quick turn if you want to go the other way. And for going into hover mode, it's only as long as you have the fuel in it, because hover mode will consume fuel. But all you need to do is just let go of the steering and it's going to hover for a while. But as you can see, once it runs out of fuel, it will start descending. Not so quickly because I have it on slow-mo 10, but as you can see, it will slowly descend and then land on the ground. Also, a neat little feature about the Zeppelin is you get these extended ladders, and you get 4 of them, which extend all the way down. So you get 2 in the front, and then if we go on the side right here, we get 2 more on both sides. Now this could be useful in some cases, wherein if you're running from something and then I'm running towards it and I just hit E, I can straight away jump on it. Like if I'm running from a Reaper or running from some threat. Or it could be useful for places where you want to just drop down quickly, grab something, and then get back up. Like for rock drake eggs, for example, because then what you can do is just hover around the egg, drop the extended ladder, pick it up, quickly jump up, and start moving. You are going to need a hazmat suit because we cannot put like a force field around the Zeppelin, and I cannot test because one of our subscribers was asking if we could test the force field. Unfortunately, we can't place a force field, and I will make a list of what we can't place on it and I'll put it in the description. But force field, unfortunately, we can't place it. It says no ground snap point, but as you can see, it won't allow me to place it. Also, another thing to note is it doesn't have any kind of a fuel gauge when you're flying this thing, because basically the fuel gauge is always going to be at 80 on the gauge, and there's no real way to tell how much fuel you're consuming. As for structures, you can go ahead and place structures in here, or you could place items even without the structures. So you don't need a foundation to place something. You can straight away place it without the foundations. And if you're wondering about the max limit of foundation, it's gonna be 40 structures allowed on the Zeppelin. As for the height of the wall, we can go 4 walls high, nothing higher than that. Because after that, it'll say the structure is too high above the platform. And as for walls you want to place below the Zeppelin, you have again the limit of 3 and not 4. As you can see, once it goes 3 walls down, it's going to say the structure is too far away from the platform. However, you can go ahead and place ceilings from the 3rd wall itself, like so. And basically, you could use this for Anki farming or something new we're going to try in this build and see if that works out. And if you're wondering if you can build sideways on the blimp, yes, you can. So you could go 3 foundations wide, and after that, it won't allow you to place because it's too far away from the platform. But then you can have another base here where you could put turrets, bridges, and other things like that. I think that's pretty much about the building mechanics. So just for a quick recap, you can go 4 walls high, 3 ceilings wide, 3 walls below, and 3 ceilings wide again. That's pretty much about the building part. So here's what a complete decked out Zeppelin would look like with all the 40 structures. So we have a tech generator, we have a link storage box. Now you can place them in the corner so they don't come in the way. So here we go, is that, and we can go and stick it right up to the railing. So if you want to save space, you can do that, and you can also access it. Then we have a grill here for cooking stuff. We have our smithy to repair our armor, a fridge for storing food. We climb up. We have set up 2 turrets here, which we can use. You cannot use any automated turrets on this. And here we have a fabricator and our war drums. This is just an example of what a Zeppelin would look like. You could make a taming Zeppelin, a farming Zeppelin. We are also going to test Survivor Mate if we can use him somehow for farming with the Zeppelin. So that's going to come up soon. As for build limits, there are none. As you can see, I have already 5 Zeppelin out here, and it still allows me to place one. If I want to place another, I just have to craft it and I can go ahead and place it. So there's no build limit as such. It just counts as per your dino. Also, there is a cool little test I want to try with the Zeppelin, and we're going to test it out with our Survivor Mate. If this works, it's going to be cool. So let's check it out. So what I'm doing basically is putting him in a box with windows so he can beam stuff. And I haven't tested this, so it's going to be for the video. So we have a box like that, and the way you put him in there is basically all you want to do is build down from the Zeppelin. Have enough fuel so it doesn't hover down. And all you want to do, as you saw in my last window, the placement is 2 foundations. So stand here, craft your Survivor Mate, which is in the fabricator, and put him right there. And then all you want to do, go ahead and activate him into his harvest mode, like so. Then all you want to do is put a ceiling up here and put a hatch frame. Okay. Then close yourself in here, grab your ladder and put it here, and set him into harvest mode and go into his input and add the metal. Okay. This way he will be trapped in there. And what we want to check is if he can harvest. I'm not going to set up that guy. We're just going to see one guy if it works. So let's go and see if we can go to some. Oh, this is broken. Okay, so what happens is if you block a Survivor Mate in that cubes like that, you cannot move the Zeppelin. I kid you not, I'm pressing full throttle with the shift. We can go up, but we can't go straight. Oh, that is stupid. They probably must have figured this out or something, or maybe it's probably that the docking station acts like a anchor point that doesn't allow you to move. I think that's my best bet. But yeah, that idea failed miserably. It was worth a shot though. Tell me that wasn't a brilliant idea. 2 cubes with harvesters and just beaming metal when you fly above them. Oh, he's doing it. Holy shit, it's doing it. See, it could work, but it's only that we cannot move the Zeppelin, which sucks. I literally can't move it. I'm pressing everything I can, and the weight is good, but I can't move it. But yeah, it was worth a try, and I think that deserves a sub and a like just for that idea. Well, let's go on to the next one. And now to the subscriber corners. So basically, we got a few little things to check from Captain Overload. So we're going to just do that. And if you want to get your checklist in the next video, don't miss out on the post. So sub to the channel and be active on the post, because I always put a post before making a video so I can add a subscriber corner giving a little bit of love to my subscribers. But yeah, as for Captain Overload, you had a few questions and we're going to just check that out. So first question was, can it be teleported? So to answer the first question, can this be teleported? Let's find out. Oh, baby. Yes, it can. That is stupid, but it even got all the structures. So yeah, you can teleport the Zeppelin to wherever you want if you have a large tech teleporter, making it really cool. The second question you asked was, does it add to the tame cap on the official like OSSR? Yes, it does. Similar to the skiff, as if you knew in ASC, the skiff added towards a tamed creature. So Zeppelin also adds to its a tamed creature. I won't be able to test the vacuum pod because we can keep that for an island server when I'm testing all the DLC in the island map maybe. But I won't be able to test that right now. As for Survivor Mate, no, he cannot interact with the Zeppelin if you want to like make him a refuel robot. If that's what you were asking, because he doesn't have any kind of input in his inventory. So I don't think you can use a Survivor Mate to do anything with the Zeppelin. And as for your other question, you can place crop plots on it and you can deposit fertilizer, water, all that stuff. And no, you can't put the plant X seed in it. This is the speed hack version and the normal version as well. Can't put that in there. But you could put a plant Z seed, which will grow into a plant species Z. This will emit light as well on the Zeppelin, and even if I fly it, nothing is going to happen to it. There you go. So let's just spawn a few namelesses and see how they work. There we go. We have a few namelesses down below, but as for the namelesses, unfortunately this is not going to work because the way the platform works is anything placed on the platform is only going to affect things on the platform. So anything on the ground or something that's spawned in the ground, it won't affect that. So you can have a plant species Z and you can have the fruits and all that, but you cannot use the light to basically to give the debuff to the namelesses or the Reaper Kings. As you can see, if the nameless is actually on the platform, they are taking the buff. If you can see the one near the propeller, he's getting the light buff. So it works as long as the namelesses are on your platform. As you can see, we have a Reaper Queen here, but she's not at all affected by the light. But as soon as she gets up top of the platform, it did take the light damage. But yeah, as for what gates it can go through basically any gate. It's weird, but yeah, if you have a dino gate, it will go through it. And it also goes through a behemoth gate. Those were some really interesting questions by Captain Overload, and I hope I could answer most of them. But yeah, thanks for putting that up in the post. And if someone else wants to be on the next video and have their questions answered, don't forget that I always put a post before releasing the video, so it gives you enough time to put up your questions so I can check them out and put them in the video. But for the weight, I couldn't find any solution. It's just the weight is so terrible. It's just 1,800. The only thing I can see is if you can use gene traits to make the Anki's weight really low and then probably use it that way. But then the Karkinos just beats it because it's so difficult to find the gene traits for weight reduction. It looks easier if you can spawn them, but finding them in the wild is really difficult and takes time. And if you want like 3 stacks of it, are gonna go through so many dinos because you need to tame them and then gene extract them and then put it in a baby. It's just, you rather have a Karkinos and have 2 Anki's on its claws. That'll be the best way for metal farming. I don't think Zeppelin is gonna cut it for metal farming with the weight it has, unless they increase it or they add some kind of a level system for it. But yeah, I think that should cover almost everything about the Zeppelin. I hope I covered every basis. If I did not, comment down below what I missed. And comment down below what you think about the Zeppelin. With that, Elso is signing off. And I'll see you on the next one. Till then, peace out.